Hey, Mom, going outside. Just a minute, mister. Did you hang up your school clothes? Yeah. Got any homework? No. Did it in school. Okay, but don't be late for supper. I won't. Okay, people. That wasn't my poor rendition of Leave It to Beaver. That's the way it was, then. And on weekends, holidays, summer vacation, it was, why don't you go outside? It's beautiful out. Open the window and let the fresh air in. Well, actually, I didn't hear that go outside too often, because then, back in the day, we lived outside. Didn't have all those cool electronic distractions. But as I said, that was then. Stay with me, people, 'cause I'm just getting started. Wednesday the 7th of April, 2021. Yeah, that was then. But now, not now. Not so much. Not in the district. Washington District of Criminals, people. Not under the protective eye of D.C. Mayor Bowser, that walking douchebag. Why are people wanting to get out and violate Bow Wowzer's shelter-in-place order? It's the annual Cherry Blossom Festival. Listen to this dumb Charlie Uniform November Tango's warning. Alright, I'm going to try to use my massive computer skills. Pull this up for you, people. Pay attention. Here we go.
Is this on that? Why not order a stay-in-place or shelter-in-place directive?
What we know is that we have basically closed down the district. So the gathering places where DC residents can go have been shut down. And we want to make clear that we want people to go out for essential activity. But they are going out to grocers and to procure the things that they need, and going out should go out in their immediate area with their immediate family for social distance, if they're social distancing. So that's where the district is. We will, however, continuously review any businesses that we think don't adhere to those practices. People can still congregate with a shelter-in-place. And what a shelter-in-place says is actually that you should never leave the house. And so what we are telling people is to stay at home and only make essential trips and only get exercise and fresh air with your family. And just like we...
Can you take any more of this dumb bitch? I can't. There's probably another minute left to that thing. And let's get another take, so you don't just get my jaded one-sided viewpoint. Okay, James Colbert from Colbert Reports. Here we go.
Yes, it is a sign of a profoundly sick society when going outside and reconnecting with nature is seen as some sort of radical or strange thing to do. And yet here we are. And yes, depending on what particular sector or quadrant of the global biosecurity grid you may happen to be inhabiting at this particular moment in the COVID-1984 nightmare dystopian insanity we're inhabiting, you may or may not be allowed to go outside to enjoy nature, or you may be subjected to various restrictions on what times you may do so, or with how many people, or in what state of maskedness you must be in order to do so. How utterly deranged is it that we are being told to stay inside our homes, masked up and 6 feet apart from other human beings at all times, in order to preserve our health? At least until such time as we receive not one, but two, it must be 2 doses of the experimental gene therapy, which, of course, to reiterate, has not been approved. It is emergency use authorization in all of the countries in which it is being used because clinical trials are still ongoing. But take it for your health, and until you do so, do not go outside.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. Yeah, the clinical trials are still ongoing, people. And you know when they're scheduled to be completed? Drum roll. Yep, 2023. Let me do the math here. Oh, that's another 2 years out. All right, guinea pigs, get in line. How's it feel to be a white lab rat? And where's all those goddamn lawyers? Okay, people, I don't mean to make a federal case out of this. I don't mean to make a mountain out of a molehill. But are you missing this small concept here that has manifested itself to the point this is where we are today in the land of the free and the home of the brave? It can't happen here. It is happening here. It won't happen here. It won't happen in your backyard. Right now. It depends on where you live. Right now. But just give it time. The global reset is, ta-da, global. And even though I'm not a globetard, I can speak their French. I know what they're saying. And here's the tragedy. People are complying. Yeah, there's a few daring Americans pushing back against Bow Wow Wowzer, but not the masses, not the Karens, not the you gotta go along to get along crowd. Oh, you gotta love those patriots, those heroes. The police are out, keeping people out of the basin. Can't tolerate dangerous cherry blossom looky-loos. But, you know, what do you expect the police to do? After all, they have the lowest crime rate in the U.S., or do they? I thought I might take a little look at this. So let's go over here and let's see, Washington, D.C.'s crime rate. Well, at one time it was known as murder capital of the world. Yeah, that's cool. 187 people have been killed in D.C. this year, making the city's homicide count the highest it's been since 2005. Yeah, nothing to see here. If I was a cop, I wouldn't be worried about that. What the hell? Your chance of being a victim of violent crime in Washington is 1 in 95. Ah, shit, those are good odds. And property crime is, a victim of property crime is 1 in 23. Yeah, I think I'd deploy my police department too. Can't have those masses of people not socially distancing, not masking up, spreading the Mona Corona. I just still say I think the cops could be doing something to mitigate those numbers. But, you know, not today. Not in the new normal. It sure would be nice if swarms, no, make that herds, no, make that masses of real Americans went outside in D.C. telling the mayor, get fucked, you dumb bitch. Get out of our way or we'll mow you down. Don't hold your breath, people. It won't happen in D.C., and it won't happen in your town. When the next round of the Great Reset shows up, and you know it's coming. I know you know it's coming. Spinning up yesterday's video, did you look up? Did you see the, it kind of looks like rain, but it never really rained, kind of sky? It didn't rain, people, because the sky was blue under the white, woven, sprayed-in-place canopy of death. I saw pockets of it open up. Yeah, they had some loopholes. Take a deep breath, people. I'm sure those particles are good for you. And all living things, Bill Gates wouldn't have it any other way. So I could have made a longer and way different video today because lots of stuff is happening. I'm all about stuff globally. Stuff that will affect all of us. From war in the Crimea, thank you Ukraine people, the Iran ship tank. Wonder who did that. Hey Murray, you got any idea who attacked that Iranian ship? The brain-melting mysterious illness, you heard about that in Canada? Affecting up to 47 people so far. But why waste everybody's time? Wouldn't it just be easier to go along to get along? A most interesting concept. Sure as hell would be a lot easier. Guess what, people? I got stuff to do.